huge mistake.
One of my favorite things about Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade is that when you give someone a $5,000 shopping spree and go into their home to help them install it, it really tells you a lot about who they are as a person and how they live. What is the deal with this, dude? Were you born in a freaking barn?
No, but you're sure in one.
Wow, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
He has been telling me about his shop for like the entire time you've worked here, which is like 2+ years now.
2.5 years now.
2.5 freaking years. And I had no idea that it was this big.
It's something.
This is incredible.
Well, come on, get under the hammock, come on.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Or, I mean, try it out. I mean, it's warm.
The hammock's looking pretty inviting
It's
here,
great.
boys.
It's insulated, you can nap in it, you stay cozy. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna poke a hole in it with a screwdriver, but that's
Am I?
kind of okay.
Oh, no, I got this. I got
There you
this.
go.
I got this. The screwdriver's going in here. So, like, what do you do here?
I just make stuff. This is my place to come and be creative.
Show me your 3 favorite pieces of gear.
Great. I think we got to start behind Brandon, I guess. It's my laser. This is actually the same laser that we just put in the LTT shop, just a little older, but it's big. It'll handle like a 4x8 sheet all the way through it. Another favorite tool of mine is my tapping arm. This is a pneumatic tapping arm that, when you bring it up to a part, you can send threads into it. And what else do I got? What's my other favorite tool? It's probably this table that we have all my parts on. You want to come check out these parts?
Oh, I'm coming. Okay. I'm coming.
You're the portrait of Grace.
I'm good. So we've got a Core i7 11700K.
For today.
For today.
For today, there's actually a 12700K there, which is my actual CPU, but the board didn't show up in time.
Oh, how'd you pull that off?
I have my ways.
Very nice. Okay, so you got 8 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores,
20
and
threads.
This boy is gonna game. Are you gonna game in here?
You better believe it.
So I guess that's what the RTX 3080 is for, and I don't think we'd blame you, given how chilly it is in here without the wood stove going, if you just let it run nice hash while you're, you were gonna do that.
I was absolutely going to do that.
You've gotta warm the shop somehow. I don't even blame him. Yeah. You're adding 20 terabytes of storage. What the devil you need 20 terabytes of storage for?
Well, I just want to hold everything. So I have a 10 terabyte drive at home that is my C-File drive, and it stores every game I own on Steam. I have all of them. So these are going to be running in RAID 1, and we'll have 10 terabytes here, and then it'll be mirrored with C-File at home, and then I have it on a bunch of other devices.
Got it. So he's actually practicing what we preach, a proper off-site redundant backup. This'll be nice.
This is a huge upgrade for me.
When you're in the hammock.
Yes. So there's even more that I didn't get to do today, but I really want to bring a pole down here with a monitor.
Dance on.
With a monitor.
For dancing.
Well, also. Why not both? So I want to have a monitor station here that I can pivot.
So
HDMI
that's why you wanted to work on that, how many Thunderbolt cables can we daisy chain together, so that there would be extra optical Thunderbolt cables in the LMG staff-only samples store.
Well,
I'm on to this guy. So he hasn't stolen anything yet.
What?
But he's biding his time. Problem with this guy is I probably wouldn't recognize the kind of stuff that he would take. Like, for all I know, this is our Vice, but I would...
No, we have never had one of those.
I would, yeah, how would I know that?
That's fair.
So for
I could be lying right now.
For all I know, this mouse did come from work.
Yeah, I did buy it though.
I see you've run out of emergency liquor.
No, there's an emergency fireball up there.
Is there more emergency liquor?
Yeah, there's there's backup emergency liquor.
Backup emergency liquor when there's a real emergency. For lunch, me v you.
Slingshot?
One shot. Where's your target?
There's a beer can up there that I used to hit with my pellet gun when I was really bored. It's to the left of the painting.
Inside?
Yeah.
What are you doing shooting a pellet gun inside? No, the aiming is with the draw hand. Whoa!
Oh, rip.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's the first thing you've broken.
Okay, so this is your lathe. See, I'm showing off how I know what things are now.
Congratulations.
When you started, would I have correctly identified this?
No. He can be learned.
I love your taste in water bottles, though. LTTstore.com?
Yeah, I think that's where I got that. Yeah. So these walls are actually old movie set walls. So this is a green screen wall.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is the healing bench. So when stuff comes in, it kind of just lands here.
Yeah.
We've got power tool storage underneath. It's also the sound control center.
Now, this is one of the things we're upgrading today, is it not?
It is.
Well, not
but,
this specifically.
But not this specifically.
Yeah.
So we're adding a new subwoofer.
Wait,
so this
we're
is
not going to take this one out?
God, no, we want more.
But what do you need a computer in a place like this for? I mean, to be clear, I understand you need a computer in a place like this, but what do you do with it?
It's running my VMs, essentially. So it runs C-File, my file server. It runs Octoprint, which runs all my printers.
Cool.
And then it also runs Windows, but it's not very powerful. It's pretty slow.
So what is it?
It's a Intel Q6600 quad.
Oh my God, it's a Q6600?
Yeah, DDR3.
Okay, all right. Continuing the theme of equipping Colin's shop for free, why don't you give me a job?
Why don't I give you a job? Well,
yeah.
Do you want to, well, we can shut down my old server and start harvesting the parts out of it.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's get it.
I heard something rattling in there.
Oh, there's drives just kicking around.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, there's where I put my power supply cables.
Wait, what do you mean Q6600? This is not a Q6600.
I think it's a Q6600.
I
could be wrong.
I give you my personal Linus Tech Tips guarantee that it is not. Yeah.
I can't even remember what it is.
So are we reusing this case at all? What are we salvaging
No,
here?
we're just taking the power supply and the SSD out of this.
Got it. So I see I've been set to a job now then.
Yes.
Well, I'm working on this. Why don't you show us one of the more unusual things you're doing? I see the giant sound panel over there.
The sound panel, I think, is a two-man job. So I'm gonna set up the welder. I am so excited about this part. This is where the bulk of my money went. It is a Miller Syncrowave 210 AC/DC TIG welder. It is an absolute unit of a welder. And I get to set it up now. I've been staring at it for months. It's just been sitting here, can't use it.
Wait a minute. I thought you were just rolling this in because you wanted to like show me more of your tools.
No.
We paid for this.
We paid for this. This was like 3,600 Canadian dollars.
Kids, can you say, thanks, Intel?
It's blue, just like Intel. It's the missing link. I've been able to subtractively manufacture things, but I've never really additively. I have a cutting torch or like a gas welder and a little MIG.
Right.
But this is like fine, detailed TIG welding.
Cool.
But we got to get all the gas lines run and run all the cables and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do now.
I'm gonna focus on building computers.
This is another really cool thing that I bought for it. It's called the TIG finger. And it is a little pressure sensitive button that you put on your TIG torch, and then you don't have to use this foot pedal to control your amperage. It wasn't cheap, but it's a really cool little product. What did you do?
Nothing, it's fine.
That's tempered glass, Linus.
I know, which is good because it's now not broken. I recognize this boy. This is the PC something, 06?
05.
PC 05, this is from World's Most Comfortable Gaming Setup. I did eventually tear it down and turn it into a little Lego room for my kids. So I guess I'm building in this tower again.
So I'm doing something a little interesting with this setup. I gotta go find the other part though, but I'm running 2 regulators. When you're TIG welding things, in particular like pipes or anything where you're welding like through something, you need shielding gas on both sides of the weld. So if I'm welding in a pipe or something, I need to put shielding gas on the back of the weld so it doesn't oxidize. So we're gonna run a splitter and run 2 separate regulators. I just have to find them.
It's kind of funny to me that the machine I'm building is not what's ultimately going to stay here, but most of the principles will stay the same. We're just going to swap out the board because going from 11th gen to 12th gen is the biggest leap in performance that Intel has made in
a long time.
really long time. Like we talk about, it's got 8 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, but those efficiency cores are like comparable to a performance core from not that long ago. So these things are flippin' fast.
The board will still be, what's it called, DDR4 though, because that RAM is going to be a lot cheaper and I need more of it.
Yes, so at this point, with the difference in performance between DDR4 and DDR5, and more importantly, the difference in cost, it totally makes sense to go with a nice high-performance DDR4 kit. So Colin's got a 3200 C16 kit right here. That's a great mix between high capacity and solid speeds. One of the coolest things about these 12th gen chips, and we've got some videos planned around this, make sure you're subscribed, is that because they have performance and efficiency cores for an application like Colin's, where he's using Proxmox, or if you were using Unraid and creating virtual machines, you could totally take your efficiency cores and just be like, blah, 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 you go run the hypervisor, and then you're giving up basically nothing in terms of, let's say, gaming performance if you pass your performance cores through to a VM. Super cool.
We could weld at this point. Should we plug it in?
Sorry, what point can we weld at? I didn't think it was a spot welder. This is actually a very unusual case to build in. To put the power supply in, as you can see, now we've got access to the bracket here. You actually have to pull off this top unit that is a filtered exhaust for whatever reason in its default configuration. So what I'm kind of thinking is, especially in a shop environment like this one, I'm probably gonna turn those fans all around and I'm gonna have the whole top be a filtered intake. And hopefully that'll be enough for our poor RTX 3080 over here.
I think we're gonna skip grounding. We will ground it.
Yeah.
Fine, you're right.
Think of it this way. You're grounded either way, because if you ground it, you're grounded, and if you don't ground it, you're grounded. Get it? That moment when you let your boss into your home.
This was a huge mistake.
Noctua does such a great job of their coolers, man. They've just kind of got something for everything. So basically the way it's gonna work in this case is I'm gonna orient it probably this way. Yep, I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna have our fans drawing nice fresh air in here. This fan's gonna grab it, it's a nice slim fan. It's gonna push the air like this, and then those fans are gonna blow that hot air away onto the graphics card, which is why I told Colin, I think we might have to redesign the cover here to make sure that that graphics card has enough ventilation. I might have a small problem to report, Colin.
Uh-oh.
I've got a clearance issue with your RAM. Now there's a couple different ways that we can potentially tackle this. We can try flipping the fan over onto the other side, but I think then we might have a clearance issue with the side panel. Or I can pull this memory stick and see if it goes in without it.
Okay, just like run one less dim?
Well, that's not an ideal solution, but since you got these at the LMG store, you could go get something slightly more low profile, and that would probably address it. See, the mounting posts for the cooler, they're too high profile to actually get the 80mm fan in there. Like, I can jam it in, but, oh, I can jam it in. Well, if Noctua doesn't like it, then they can make a lower profile cooler. Boom, roasted.
They do.
Well,
this is my new sub box. I did an entire build and I filmed it all, and you can watch that on Floatplane if you're interested. But this is going to more than double the amount of bass that I get out of my sound system here. And we're gonna be loading it with this. This is a JL W3. It's a 500 watt RMS 12-inch sub. Now, it's all going to be powered, careful, by this. This is the SP1-700 from Speaker Power. It's a lovely little plate amp that is more than capable of driving this. It'll actually overdrive this. I have to turn on a low pass filter to keep the excursion down. It'll actually destroy itself if I just turn it up too high. Now there will be a mesh grill that goes over this, but I haven't designed and built it yet. That's kind of fine. I'll get to it another day, which means probably never.
Our Tough Gaming RTX 3080 is in here. We've got our nice triple fan cooler, 10 gigs RAM, super fast GPU, but we've got some problems, ladies and gentlemen. One is that I don't know if there's enough clearance for our dual 8-pin power connectors under our case switches here, at least not without kind of wrenching it over or maybe moving the mount over. Number two is that this hard drive cage is clearly not going in here anymore.
VHB!
No, we are not VHBing it. We will put new holes in the case.
Aww.
That's the correct way to do it, and you know it. Now, surely you're not actually going to game here at the shop, so what do you need such a powerful GPU for?
It's mostly for doing CAD work. Fusion 360, which is my primary CAD software, isn't particularly GPU heavy, but it'll be nice to have anyway, and then I can always allocate it to other things, unless I pass it through directly to Windows. So I could parsec in and then use any device. So I could have a laptop and then have access to a full 3080, just sitting here whirring away in the shop.
I feel awful doing this to this beautiful case. Urgh. No. First time, in it goes. Yeah, it doesn't fit yet, but no, don't, not you, Colin. I don't want you over here looking at it.
We're looking at his workmanship, and you're proud of that.
Well, I'd be proud if it fit, but it doesn't yet. Okay, go away, go away. Oh, yeah.
All this because he doesn't like VHB tape.
We're not VHBing in hard drives, Colin. Okay, thanks, that worked really well. Now I just, hold on. I need to turn it around. Okay, wait for it. Here it comes though. This is my big moment. My time to shine. Okay. It'll go. It's good. Yes! Okay, success. Why does everybody throw me these like weird, challenging builds with parts that are not, strictly speaking, compatible for these Intel Extreme Tech upgrades?
Because we're building it from the smorgasbord of stuff that's in the LTT store.
It's extremely tight. The hard drives are literally right up against the GPU. But they're in with screws, properly mounted-ish on their anti-vibration rubber grommet things. We good to go.
This isn't even the thing that's going to make this whole setup sound good. We're replacing my existing audio source, which is just a Chromecast where I strip out the audio from an HDMI signal, and we're putting in this, a Node 2i from Blue Sound. It's about $650 if I remember correctly.
Damn!
Yeah, I found it used on Craigslist, like brand new for 500 Canadian dollars, and picked it up, and it does super high fidelity output. Like it's actually producing a source that's good, but still from a streaming service. So I've switched over to Tidal now from Spotify because it does have FLAC audio essentially. And this is just going to make everything sound better. Just more data, better in general. This, I think, will live right there.
Big moment. I do think there's a solid chance that I won't get an output here because I haven't gone in and changed the PCI Express configuration to Gen 3, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, we did. Look at that. Question for you, Colin. How many watts is this fanless power supply that you're planning to run a 3080 off of?
I think it's like 500 or 600, 700 maybe.
All my RAM, wait, 32 gigs of RAM, is that right?
Yep.
Yes, okay. All my RAM's showing up, all my drives are showing up.
Yeah, I think
it's into the BIOS.
I think it's either 750 watts or 1,000.
There's no way it's 1,000, so if it is, it's 750. Damn! Oh my God, yeah, I can hear the vibration. I can feel my clothes vibrating.
Good. This pleases me greatly. So I did find the drives. I RAIDed them together or mirrored them. So it's RAID 1. And they're showing up as just empty storage now. So now I can apply that to anything. I got 10 gigs of storage, or 10 terabytes of storage. Way more than 10 gigs. So my next job now is I'm going to take the new 3080 I have and pass it through to my Windows VM so it can harness all of it. Now that means that I won't be able to use it for anything else. It's dedicated hardware just for that VM. I have my brother on speakerphone. He set this all up for me because as tech savvy as I am, server-side things, I just tossed to the server-side guy. And,
okay, it turns out that bad boy here, and apparently his brother told him this already, has 2 DNS servers on his network. He doesn't have his router, modem, switch, AP combo unit from the ISP in bridge mode. So that one's spitting out 192.168.0. whatever IPs, if you plug directly into that. And then his TP-Link octopus arachnid spider thing over there is going 192.168.1. whatever. And now, no matter which of them we plug the computer into, we're not getting an internet connection here because smart Linux is like, nope, this is too stupid, I quit. Meanwhile, my phone is actually able to get an internet connection. I turned off my mobile data and it's like, oh, you want to browse lttstore.com? No problem. Okay, all right, we're ripping out the Debian I don't understand why it won't connect. Everything looks completely fine, except that it is not fine. Realistically, it's not worth it for us to spend all the time that would be involved in fixing this problem, because we believe the problem was caused by changing out the motherboard, which changed the network device ID, and we're gonna do that again anyway once Colin gets his 12th gen CPU and matching motherboard. So our plan for now is to button this up and then do a magic.
And we're back. The 12th gen upgrade is done. Jake very graciously helped me pass through the GPU because I wasn't cutting it when it came to configuring Proxmox. And it runs great. We've got 8 CPU cores attached to my Windows instance and 4 CPU cores attached to the Linux instance, which was running C-File, and everything works just great. We can pop right into Fusion 360. Having that direct GPU pass-through is awesome. Everything is flawless. I've used it remotely from home with Parsec, and altogether, it took a lot of work. I don't know if I would do it again. I would probably just run a separate server for file server stuff and just run a separate PC, but it's pretty cool to have this, and now I can set up a Proxmox instance at home and have duplicated files across the internet and redundant storage. So thanks Intel, I guess, and we'll pass it back on to Linus. That's clean!
Not bad. All right, it might impress the ladies, but probably not. Who I know is impressed is me, for all of you guys watching, and big shout out for that. Also, big shout out to Intel for sponsoring Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade. Stay tuned, guys, because upcoming we've got, I think Brandon's coming soon, aren't you? Yep, that's gonna be a very interesting one.